Welcome to Food Explorers Club with Spoons Across America, where we celebrate culture, food, and the region they've come from. My name is Miss Quinn, and today we have an exciting recipe for you to try. As we learned in Duck for Turkey Day by Jacqueline Jules and illustrated by Catherine Mitter in our Farm to Book story time, every culture celebrates Thanksgiving differently with their particular foods or traditions that they have in the kitchen. Today, we will be talking about different breads and where they come from and how they were created based on the culture and the traditions of a certain region, just like any tradition your family may have during Thanksgiving. As you can see, we have a lot of breads here, but today we'll be focusing on the one that we'll be making, which is fried bread. Navajo fried bread was made 144 years ago. It is a symbol of Native American pride and unity. Here are a few breads from around the world that we would like for you to taste. We have naan bread from India, focaccia bread from Italy, a baguette from France, pita bread from the Mediterranean, and of course, last but not least, our fry bread. Before we try our breads today, let's talk about the 5 elements of taste. The 5 elements of taste are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Remember, make sure not to eat anything you know you're allergic to, and ask your parents before tasting each bread. While we will not be using lard, we are still going to be using the essential ingredients for fry bread. Let's go ahead and name them. Our ingredients today are unrefined coconut oil, cornmeal, instant yeast, salt, raw sugar, and flour. Now that we have all of the ingredients to make the recipe, let's go ahead. Remember, you can always pause or rewind the video. Now that it's ready, let's take a taste. It's so fresh and so warm. It's crunchy. I can taste a lot of sweetness, but also a really good balance of saltiness as well. The ingredients that really stick out to me is the cornmeal, so corn, and definitely the raw sugar that we put in. So corn is sweet and a Thanksgiving staple, and I really think that it just blends everything together perfectly and makes a really great dish. Now that we tasted our delicious fry bread, let's talk about some other really great breads from around the world that have been brought to America. First one we'll taste is focaccia bread. Focaccia bread, most historians believe it actually originated from either north central Italy or ancient Greece. Let's take a taste. As you can see, this focaccia bread has some tomatoes and some grilled onions. So I really taste the sweetness of the grilled onions and the sweetness of the tomato, but it's also salty, and the texture is soft and chewy, but also there's a little bit of a crust, so there is a little bit of crunch. The next bread we're going to taste is a baguette. A baguette was created over 100 years ago in 1920 in Paris. Here we go. Okay, so this one is not as sweet. I would say it's a little bitter, but you can still taste a little bit of the sweetness because it is a bread. And the texture, again, is actually pretty close to the focaccia bread from Italy, but this one actually has a couple of seeds on the bottom, so I can actually taste a little crunch from that, and the dough is crispy. The next bread we're going to taste is naan bread. Naan bread from India is typically served hot and brushed with ghee, otherwise known as clarified butter. Let's give it a try. So actually I feel the texture is a lot softer than any of the other breads I've tried so far. I'd say the taste is actually, it's more sweet than anything, but only a tiny bit. I can't really taste the bitterness, but I could taste a little bit of saltiness, and that's really it. Then we have our pita bread. Pita bread is a Middle Eastern bread that is round and flat, made with wheat flour that sometimes has a hollow interior or pocket. Let's take a taste. So this one tastes a little bitter and salty. I don't really taste too much sweetness. The texture is definitely soft, but also kind of a little doughy. But it still tastes really good. What do you think? Do you like bread more than you did before? Do you have a favorite bread? My favorite bread is actually the baguette. I love it. In the link below, you will find worksheets and activities that go along with the recipe we made today. For more information, you can visit us at spoonsacrossamerica.org. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to cook with you next time, and thanks for being a great food explorer. See ya!